Peace, everybody. It's your boy, Let's Coffee, back with another video. Alright, so man says that he was going on a few dates with some girl, and she ended up saying that it takes about 4 to 6 months before she end up being in a relationship with him.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Sound like a finesse job to me, right? Alright, so we're gonna get right into it and see what he's talking about. But as always, before we do that, make sure I hit the like and subscribe. Alright, let's see what he's talking about.
She told me she had to be in the talking stage for 4 to 6 months before we could be in a fucking relationship. All right, so about a month and a half ago, I go on this date with this girl and super attractive girl, and one of these girls where I was just like, okay, like I really do like this girl. I'm really trying to see what's what. I met this girl out in Austin. We exchanged numbers, and it was small talk from there. At the time and point when I met this girl, I actually was traveling, so I didn't get to take her out the day that I wanted to, because the next day I had to go fucking travel. So fast forward down the line, I was traveling. I was busy. I did text her a little bit, but then I didn't text her a whole lot, and you know how it goes. They get interested in somebody else. I hit her back up when I get in town, and she's already dating someone or trying to see what's what, I guess. She ends up telling me that, cool, no problem. I drum at my church. I end up posting like a drumming video, and she comments on it. She replies to it. I'm just like, okay. This is like a couple weeks after she told me she was dating someone. So I said, this is my opportunity. I said, we should go for a run, or we should go for a drink or whatever, I said. She said, how about let's go for a coffee and let's go for a run? Bet, I'm down. She ends up sending me the place, cool,
Like that.
whatever. I don't drink coffee personally, so I ended up getting a smoothie. I got there before she did. I know, surprising, because black people are always late. I got there before she did, and I got her a coffee. I asked her what she wanted. I ended up getting a smoothie. She shows up, and we start walking. We didn't run. We just walked and talked. The conversation was great. Like, the conversation was A1. Like, her energy, everything about her was like just A1. She's smiling, I'm saying some funny shit. She's saying some funny shit. Everything is great. But you know, I gotta ask. I almost didn't, but I was like, fuck it, I gotta ask. I was like, yo, what happened to the guy you said you were talking to? Blah, 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 blah. You know, she kind of told me, she was like, yo, like, you know, he was a little younger. I think he was like 25 or some shit. And she was like, I think she told me she was like 34 or some shit like that. Or no, she was 33. You know, and she's telling me all this other shit, and I'm guessing it didn't work out, whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool, you know. I'm trying to keep it light and funny and shit. Not get too serious on the first date. I'm not the type of guy, I'm not trying to foul out. The conversation is still great. And she ends up telling me, she's like, after the walk, she's like, oh shit, I may have to go, blah, blah, blah. I said, hey, let's go get lunch. She agrees to lunch. She's basically already handed me the ball. I just need to go in for the fucking layup. And to be honest, we actually had a lot in common. So we ended up going to lunch, and we were having a conversation, and I was like, okay, like, what's your thing about dating, blah, blah, blah. She said, hey, I like to, you know, talk to a guy 4 to 6 months. That'll fill it out to see if I actually like him. 4 to 6 fucking months. 4 to 6 minutes. When I walked up, I knew if I wanted to date you, or it was going to be a fucking bust. You know, we had this conversation. I was like, 4 to 6 months. I was like, that sounds crazy. I said, I'm sorry, but that's like absurd. Like, 4 to 6 months? Like, what are we doing? Like, before you actually, I can call you my girlfriend? She said, yeah, I like to take my time to see if I really like the guy, see if I'm feeling this guy. She said she does only talk to one person at a time. I respect that shit if it's fucking true. The date ends up ending, and she drives me back to my apartment. We were downtown. I ended up Ubering because I never drive anywhere because I live downtown and it's just fucking close. So she was like, hey, you want me to take you to your apartment? Cool, let's go. Storage is running out on my phone. I'll finish it later.
Stop the cap.
Like I said, it sounds like a whole finesse job because one, if it takes 4 to 6 months for it to become serious, what y'all supposed to be doing in the meantime? Just going on dates? And I'm assuming if y'all going on dates, then he's going to be paying. Like, I don't get this. This is kind of sound like the other video I just posted recently, where the guy dined and dashed out on the females because they try to use them. This kind of sound like the same thing. Now, I give her credit because she said, let's go for a coffee and a run. That's something that's cheap. But, you know, you always got snakes in the grass where some people, they learn and they adapt. So they'll start off trying to dwindling light, but then on the next few dates, then they gonna start going hard and be like, all right, well, let's go here. He be like, all right, well, let's go get some Cheesecake Factory. I don't eat Cheesecake Factory. Like what? But you just went for coffee and the run. Like now you don't eat Cheesecake Factory. So like the truth always comes out. And then not only that, but he said that she told him that she only talked to one person at a time. But she was already talking to him when she was talking to someone else, or she got with someone else when she was talking to him. So basically, she got a rotation of people, and she pick and choose which one is going to be benefiting her at that very moment. And once he get used up, then she go to the next person. That's what it all seems like. It just seems like the characteristics of a dude, which is not surprising because that's how a lot of females today work. So yeah, if he dodged a bullet, I don't know. I don't know about the part two. I didn't find that, but I'm hoping he dodged the bullet because regardless of how good she looks, whatever, he gonna end up being used. So I would say if he's saying that that's absurd, keep that same mentality and just go with that. Now he said that she dropped him off at the end of the date, so I'm hoping that he was able to get some yams before he ended off. But sound like he probably the type of person who gonna stick around just so he can get some yams because she probably didn't give it to him in the beginning anyway. So he probably gonna wait that 4 to 6 months just to try to get some. Because a lot of dudes do dumb stuff like that these days. So it is what it is. But let me know what y'all think. Drop your comments down below. Make sure I hit the like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.